what's up? Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, if you're a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then hey, bitch. And if you're not a new subscriber or a long time subscriber, then you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that subscription button. Okay. So we can see that Duke and Daphne are getting a portrait painted of them by Mr. Gramble. He wants them to get a bit closer so it can appear as though they actually like each other. And once they gaze into each other's eyes, we can see that there is a connection. Now, at this moment, the Duke tells Daphne that he's about to go ahead and head out from London. And she's like, honey, because if you do that, then that's going to bring about whispers about our marriage. And I'm not trying to have that. In addition to that, I need you to go to this ball. So that's what we're going to do. And he was like, all right, then fine, I'll do that. And she was like, okay, good. And I promise you, this will be your last commitment to me. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. And that's just what that is, honey. Now, back at the Bridgerton household, you see Eloise talking to Benedict because she really think that Madame LaCroix, I hope I said her name right, okay? She thinks that she is Lady Whistledown. So they over there having a small talk, talking, and then Anthony come over there like, what y'all talking about? And that's when Benedict confesses that he's been having, you know, a situation going on with the modiste. And he was kind of concerned about how Anthony was going to take it, but Anthony was just like, well, good for you. Okay, because obviously Anthony is starting to come to his senses about it is what it is. Be with who you want to be with as it pertains to he and Sienna. So he has no gripes, no qualms, no nothing regarding his brother seeing the modiste. As he shouldn't, because he ain't got nothing to say. And at the Featherington household, we see Penelope goes into Marina's room, see that she's up there packing. And she's like, girl, I'm finna go. Marina thinks she's finna go because she thinks she's not with Child anymore. She believes she's really not with Child because had she been with Child, the Child would have made some type of movement and the Child has yet to do so. So she's like, honey, I'm finna go ahead and I'm finna jet out of here. And I just want to tell you that I'm sorry, honey. I do believe that everything you told me about myself when it came to Colin, like you were right. I know you was only trying to have his back and you're looking out for him. And I hope that someday he sees the same thing. You know, and then they look out the window and they see that some guy has arrived and Marina notices who he is, and that is George's brother, Sir Philip. Now, Daphne and her mama is out and about, okay? I don't know if they was at like a market or something, or they just hanging out, they're just out and about. Next thing you know, we see Lady Featherington that walked up to them trying to talk to them about, oh, I see you guys are having a ball, honey, and I ain't really get no invite, so I don't really know what's going on. And then her mama is like, well, honey, I could tell you what's going on, boo. I could be very clear as to why you don't got no invite. And then Daphne said, well, perhaps I can extend an invite, you know, so that we all can move forward in some fashion. Her mama looking like, girl, I know you're not. And Daphne like, girl, it is what it is. Just go ahead and invite these people. Next thing you know, they get word that Sir Phillips has arrived to their home. Daphne overhears this, so she wants to come over to the house too. So once they all get back to the house, they do see Sir Phillips. And at first, Lady Featherington thought that that was George. Okay, and then Marina said, girl, that is not George, honey. That is his brother, Sir Phillips. And Sir Phillips said, well, listen, I'm here to talk to Marina because I want her to take my hand in marriage. And Marina's like, honey, I'm not going to marry you. And Lady Featherington was like, girl, this man has everything that you need and he got the coin. Okay, and he probably can help out your distant cousins. Girl, he ain't going to help my distant cousins do nothing. Because what have they helped me to do? Okay, Penelope and they damn near ruined everything anyway. I ain't going to get y'all in. Okay. So she's like, girl, you sure you don't want to do this? And she's like, girl, I don't. Sir Phillips, I understand what you're saying. I know that your brother, you know, wanted you to look after me, take care of me, wanted me to be safe and everything. But you can go ahead and miss me with this because the answer is no. Okay, then. All right, then. See you later. Okay, then. Bye. Okay. And then she tells Lady Featherington, girl, listen, I'm no longer with Child. So you can miss me with that, all of these demands and these unwanted marriages and proposals and all this stuff you're trying to put up on me. You can cancel it because you're not going to control me no more. I am done. So Marina goes outside to, you know, have the conversation with Daphne to let her know that George really did love her, although he died in battle, which is why Sir Philip showed up. But he really did love her. And she was the person that had second thoughts and thought that he abandoned her or whatever. And she felt really bad. I think she also feels bad because she burnt those letters that he gave her thinking that he just abandoned her. But the whole time he had good reason, you know. So she felt really, really bad about that. And we all can understand. So y'all know Eloise still thinks Genevieve is Lady Whistledown. So she forced her way over to this lady's spot trying to get a dress on. She don't want a dress. Whole time her brother Benedict is there anyway because he and Genevieve smashing. Okay, so she's up there asking questions and just insinuating things, letting her know that the queen's gonna be upset and we don't want Miss Lady Whistledown to be silenced. And Genevieve is just like, girl, well, whoever Lady Whistledown is, honey, I'm sure that she'll be able to take care of herself. But how she said it still made Eloise believe that Lady Whistledown could indeed be Genevieve, and that's just not the case. But she ended up leaving, going about her way, honey. Next thing you know, we see Daphne and the Duke. So he comes in, she's like, are you headed to Will's match? And he was like, yeah, you about to come with me? She was like, no, I got a lot of stuff that I need to do for the ball. But let me ask you this. What did your daddy do, you know what I'm saying, that makes you the way that you are? And he was like, girl, you wouldn't even understand it, honey. And then goes on to tell her, as far as the separation is concerned, that I'm doing this for you. You know what I'm saying? You deserve better, and this is what I got to do for you. We should just separate, because I don't want to rob you of anything anymore. Daphne hears him, but she ain't really hearing him. So when he leaves, Daphne goes off into his dad's office. She starts searching. She finds all of the letters that Simon wrote to his dad. So she's reading them. Next thing you know, Lady Danbury comes in and she learns more about Simon's dad and the role that Danbury played in Simon's life. So now she has the insight that she wanted. She wanted to know more. She went searching for it, and now she got it. I want to know how y'all feel about Miss Daphne. Please tell me how y'all feel about Miss Daphne. I know how they write the story. We're supposed to be all happy for her and in love with her and just like, oh, like, yeah, she wants the prince. She's getting the prince or the duke or the whatever the hell. And I'm just like, I don't like Miss Daphne ways at times. I don't really like her ways when it comes to him. I feel like she just trapping this man. But y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. We get to the boxing match and we can see Lord Featherington walk over to the guys that are placing the bets or whatever, or whoever, the bounties, I don't know what you call these men that you place the bets with. And he makes a bet on, I guess you call the man the beast or whoever, the opponent of Will. And they was like, honey, you coming over here making a bet, but we already know that your bets don't be worth SHI nor T. And he was like, well, today it will be. Matter of fact, I believe in it so much that I'm gonna give you the deed to my house, honey. Here you go. So they get him the deed to the house. Long story short, when it comes down to the fight, y'all know Will threw the fight. So Lord Featherington was just so happy, honey. He was just so happy. Now, Duke already knows something is up. So he goes afterwards to Will's tent. And he sees Lord Featherington leave out of the tent. So he goes over there trying to talk to him like, what's going on? Like, dog, if you needed money, you know, all you had to do was talk to me. And Will gonna tell him, I don't want your charity. And I'm like, honey, I know you and I talking about your friend. So this is your whole friend. You're not willing to accept money from your friend, but you'll accept money from this white man that you don't even know. You just gonna take the coin and take his word. But okay then, honey. And then you wanna try and come at your friend. So they going at each other about their marriages or whatever. And then Will tells him, honey, you're not mad at me, you mad at something else. So you need to go ahead and resolve that issue. But you can get out my face. And I'm like, wow, that's how we moving? So y'all know Lord Featherington won this match. He done went to the house, showed the wife all the coins and everything. Everything is looking great for their household. She goes off and buy the girls new dresses, and the girls are ecstatic about it, and so is she. Now, Marina ain't stunned none of that stuff, because she like, I'm done with it. Y'all not gonna put me up to be married no more, honey. I am just out of it. So Marina leaving out the room, mind y'all, she think that she done had this miscarriage or whatever. She come out the room, I guess she done felt a few kicks. She drops a plate and breaks it. And a Lady Featherington come out like, girl, you okay? She was like, girl, I need a doctor. So clearly that baby did not go nowhere at all. So Anthony is over there seeing Sienna. Of course, they're smashing. That's what they always do. But it is a bit different because now he's willing to be seen with her, be out with her, and I guess properly court her. Especially now that his sister is a duchess and his brother-in-law is a duke. He's like, can't nobody say nothing. So we gonna go to their ball and I want you to come with me. And Sienna is kind of like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But, you know, when she thinks about it, she's happy because those are the things that she always wanted from him. You know, so she's like, okay, we can do it. So it's the day of the ball, and Miss Eloise walks down with her mama. Daphne approaches them. They're having a conversation. She's telling her sister how good she looks, and then tells her, listen, I thank you for showing up, but if you want to retreat to the library, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to say anything. I understand. Eloise calls her back and tells her, thank you for being so perfect. That way I don't have to be. I appreciate that. Next thing you know, we see the Featheringtons coming, and they looking as good as they want to look, honey. Everybody's like, is that the Featheringtons, girl? They done crashed another ball. I know they not, girl. Yes, they did. They done crash. No, they didn't. So then, Prudence, I believe it. No, Philippa sees Finch, so she runs off to go hang with Finch. And Lady Featherington see her two good Judys. They come over there having a conversation with her, trying to see what's going on. Like, girl, I didn't even know you was invited. I wasn't expecting to see you here. Lady Featherington said, well, honey, the Duchess extended her invitation. So things can change, and sometimes overnight. Yes, ma'am. And then the other one said, well, girl, tell me about your man, because I know that he won big. So where is he? Is he still out celebrating? And then the other one said, girl, I guess some things don't change overnight, girl, but okay. A mess, okay? And I believe it was in that moment when we saw him go into that room with those two guys, and it ended up being the poison sitting on the table. Now, Lady Danbury done walked over here to Simon because she's trying to figure out, are you still on your stance of separating from the Duchess? And he was like, yeah, girl, it ain't changing over here. Nothing has changed. She said, well, let me tell you something. Pride will ruin everything and cost you nothing. Do you hear what I say? So, you should never let that happen. You need to figure it out. So she's still pressed about that. And he's taking it in. Seems like he's really thinking about it. You know, but Simon is stubborn. So, they're at the ball. Everything's going great. Simon and Daphne start dancing. Then it starts raining, okay? And Lady Danbury told everybody this is their moment. Y'all can go ahead and go home. Go about y'all business. So he apologizes about the rain, and she's like, it's no need to apologize. You don't control the weather. But just so you know, I know why you made the vow to your father. I read those letters that you wrote. She says, just because something is not perfect does not mean that it's not worthy of love. Now, that was a line, honey. That was a line. I love that line. Just because something is not perfect does not mean that it's not worthy of love. I was like, I love that line. Yes, ma'am. She said that. She told him, like, your father was wrong. She also mentions that she's tired of pretending and acting like she's not in love with him when she really is in love with him. And how she loves all of his perfections and just everything about him. She also goes on to tell him, like, you may feel as though you're too scarred or you got all these issues and it's impossible to love you, but no, I still love you, and you're also capable and able to love me just as much as I love you. But he has to choose that, and I was here for it. I've been feeling away by Miss Daphne, but that rain moment for me was really good. That was a really good moment. I was like, okay, I like this. This is cute. Simon definitely has tried to restrict himself from loving her, and I do feel like Daphne should have respected that at some point. But you also see when he gazes at her that he definitely cares about her. He definitely loves her. And it only makes sense to want to allow yourself to love her as fully as she loves you. Okay, so I definitely was here for Daphne in that moment. It was a beautiful scene. Y'all tell me how y'all felt about that scene. Now we can see Anthony over there trying to pull up on Sienna because he thinks she's ready for this ball, honey. He come out there with roses and everything, but it's a man that answered the door. I know you lying. No, man, we're not lying. It was another man at the door. She came to the door. They had an exchange. He didn't know what was going on, and she's just like, honey, it ain't you, okay? It's him. It's not you. You gave me all these promises and all this other stuff, but no, I'm gonna rock out with him. He sees me, he gets me. Whatever you thought we had, whatever it was, it's not, and it's no longer. So move on with your life and let me go over here. And I hate to say it, but I feel like Anthony deserved that heartbreak. You don't sit around here and mess on this lady and all this other stuff and break promises to her and not willing to bring her or elevate her to be higher than what she is. You don't get to do that and then expect her to sit around and wait on you. I was like, I'm glad she moved on from him. So you gonna figure out your life, Mr. Anthony. Now back at the ball, y'all know Colin and Penelope had a conversation where he appreciated her for looking out and all this other stuff. And she was just like, it's no worries, it's no big deal. She was like, you thought that you were in love. And when one is in love, they should be vocal about it, loud about it, and express it and everything, right? And she was about to tell him something. He was like, well, I have something to tell you too. So he leaves first and tell her that he leaving. Cracked her whole face. Like he gonna go ahead and just run off and go on his journey and all this other stuff. And Penelope really did not want to hear that. Now, mind you, on the other side, you see Eloise trying to get to the queen because she's trying to talk to her about Lady Whistledown. But her servant or whatever is not letting it happen. Like, girl, no, you can't talk to her. And next thing you know, the servant, now the queen already told us the servant talked too much. So the servant ended up giving the tea to Eloise about them having the drop on Lady Whistledown, where she's going to be at and all of that. So when Eloise bumped into Penelope was so shattered over Colin, and she ended up leaving the ball. So Eloise also eventually leaves the ball once she gets the drop on Lady Whistledown. Now, Eloise arrives at the location, okay? She goes outside to get one of the guys to take her to this location that she found out about. We see Lady Whistledown riding down in her carriage, honey. And she stopped for a brief second when she saw Eloise. And Eloise said, girl, run, go. It's a trap. It's a trap. We see this man running out of nowhere. And I'm like, if y'all trying to catch Lady Whistledown, why y'all only seeing one man running down the street? Why was it only one man running there? Who he finna stop? Okay. So then he asked Eloise, girl, what are you doing? She was like, oh, I'm sorry. It was a mistake. I didn't know who you were. Carry on. You probably could still catch her. But he couldn't. Now, the ball is all over. Everything went down. It was nice. The next thing you know, we see, what's her name? Lady Bridgerton and the girls walking into the hall, you know, all having a good time. And then her maid comes over and she's like, girl, listen, I got to tell you something, honey. It's something about your husband. And she's like, girl, what you got to tell me about my husband? She was like, girl, they saying that he dead, honey. And these street runner folks, girl, they want to know something. They got some questions for you. So she runs to the office. She looks in the bag where all of the money was, and all of the money is gone. She just sits there and she's crying and she's crying and she's crying. Now, for me at this moment, I'm wondering, is he truly dead or did he run out on the plug twice? So that's what I wonder, like, is he really dead, girl? Because when she ran there, she did not see any money in the bag. So then it makes me wonder, where did it go? Who got it? Did somebody walk in the house and take it? What happened, you know? Or did he take all the money to go and gamble it again and then died in the process? I don't know. Maybe I could be misunderstanding that. Maybe I missed something, but y'all leave it down below in the comments. But it does make me wonder, like, is he really dead? Maybe so. Now, the Duke finally comes to his senses, and he's having a conversation with Daphne, telling her he does not want to be alone. He wants to be with her, but he does not know how to be the man that she wants or the man that she deserves. And she was like, yes, you do. And I know you can do it, and I believe in you. She tells him to stay, and they're going to get through it. Not only did they get through it, they got to it, okay? So they got it in, honey. He was on top of her, and he allowed himself to release inside of her, and they were both happy. They was both happy about it. Now we see Lady Featherington staring at the bed with her husband laid. We see Marina standing behind her, and she comes to her like, girl, I got a question for you, honey. How were you able to stay married for as long as you were without love? And she said, girl, you just find things to love. But you're going to be fine. You're going to do good, okay? You're a strong young lady. Girl, I even think you're stronger than me. So Marina goes downstairs. You know, she got her bags packed. So obviously Marina is getting ready to go. Then we see Sir Phillips, and she hops in the car with him. So Marina is still with the child, and she decided to marry the brother so that she can be stable and set. And that's where we at. And next thing you know, we see the maid come down, and Lady Featherington is asking her like, girl, do we have a name? And she said, girl, I think we might have the name of the man that's about to inherit the Featherington estate. So she gives her a paper, she opens it up, she reads the name, and she just stares like with the death. So I'm wondering, who got it? It makes me wonder if Will got it. I know the obvious thing is that the people that he made the bet with are the ones that own the home, but I don't know. It could be somebody that's over them or whatever, or it could have been Will because Will knew he was running game or whatever. I don't know. So it makes me wonder, is the person that owns the Featherington estate have we already seen this person, or will they introduce a new character? I wonder if it's Will. I definitely wonder if it is Will that has purchased the Featherington estate, or has been given the Featherington estate, or who it's going to be. I don't know. But y'all let me know, especially you guys that have read the book and may know more information about this than I do. Definitely share your thoughts down below, because IDK, I'm just throwing some stuff out there. So not only is Colin leaving, Benedict is leaving as well. So Eloise goes over to talk to him and tells him about, you know, whether he's talked to Madame LaCroix and told her that he's about to head out. And he was like, I did. I saw her last night. She was like, you did? He was like, yeah. Mind you, she still think that Madame Delacroix is Lady Whistledown. So he's like, I saw her last night. We hung out. We did this, that. She was like, really? She was like, so if you were with her, that means that she can't be Lady Whistledown. Then she started putting two and two together in her head, I guess. Like, oh my God, it's not her. what's going on. So then we hear Lady Whistledown talking. She was pretty much saying like, you know, I'll unmask myself when I'm good and ready. I know all about the scam that y'all came up with trying to reveal who I am, honey. And I will let y'all know when I'm ready to do that. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And next thing you know, we see Penelope riding in a carriage with a hood over her head, honey. And it was pretty much revealing to us that she is indeed Lady Whistledown. Girl, I knew something was up with Miss Penelope, especially when you go back to episode 4, I think it was, and the way she was asking the questions and this and that, and then immediately, whenever Eloise wanted to learn more about Lady Whistledown, she always had something. It was always something like, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that, oh, I can't do this, oh, I can't do that. Then I started seeing this little beat every time throughout some of the episodes, especially towards the end. Like, it's when I really paid attention to the beat. And I'm over here like, girl, what is this B about? Is the B for Bridgerton, or what is the B for? Or is the B because it has yellow in it and we always find Penelope wearing yellow? Like, what is the B representing? I think people also mentioned that the Bridgertons' dad died by way of a bee sting. I don't know, but y'all chime down below and let me know you all's thoughts on this episode 8. Let me know your thoughts on this review. Let me know your thoughts on the entire series. I'm jamithatsme. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, and I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.